In this video in the CMS Beginner Training series, we will cover how to enter all of your program's participants and staff into the CMS. Before you can enroll youth and assign staff to activities, you must create participant and staff records for them. To access these records, click on the Participants and Staff tab on the left navigation menu. You can search existing records by entering either the individual's name, searching by last name initial, or choosing the record type. To create a new record, click on the Add Person tab. You are then prompted to select the type of record that you want to create. Let's choose Child Youth. Notice that most of the fields in the record are marked with a red asterisk. All marked fields are required and must be filled out before the record is considered complete. You can still save the record and enroll youth in activities without completing the entire form. However, attendance data for youth with incomplete records will not be counted in your work plan progress reports until this form is completed. Their attendance data will be saved but withheld until all required fields are filled out. The fields themselves in a participant record are pretty straightforward. I do want to point out the client ID field here, which can be a bit confusing. This is where programs can enter any identifier that they're currently using to track their youth. This is very helpful if you want to match CMS data with data that you're entering elsewhere, for example. If you don't currently have an ID for your youth, you can have the CMS automatically generate one for you by clicking Auto Generate. Be sure you have at least the first and last name and the date of birth fields completed before using the Auto Generate function, because it uses the first initial, last initial, and date of birth to create an ID. I'd like to also quickly go over the choices available in the school attending and current grade fields below. The school attending drop-down menu includes all SFUSD public schools serving kindergarten through 12th grade, as well as charter and alternative schools. If the youth does not attend any of the schools listed here, you will have these options available to choose from. You will choose Attend School Outside of SF if the youth is enrolled in a school that is not within the city and county of San Francisco. For those that have graduated high school or that have already obtained their GED, please select Complete a High School Diploma or GED. If the youth dropped out of school before obtaining a high school diploma, does not have a GED, and is not currently enrolled in a GED program, select Dropped Out of School Before Diploma. Youth that are currently taking courses to obtain their GED will be labeled under GED Program. Choose Homeschooled for youth that are currently receiving homeschooling. Not Yet in School Before School Age covers youth that are too young to be enrolled in an SFUSD public school. We omitted pre-K schools from our list, so if you serve pre-K youth but their school is not listed below, please select this option instead. If the youth attends a private school or a parochial or religious school, please select Parochial Private. Finally, for youth currently attending a 2- or 4-year college or a vocational program, select Post-Secondary. Your choice in the current grade field should correspond to the school attending option chosen above. If the youth attends an SFUSD school, is pre-K, homeschooled, attends a private or parochial school, or attends school outside of San Francisco, you will select a grade option. If the youth has a high school diploma or GED, and you know the youth is also attending a 2- or 4-year college or a vocational program, select Post-Secondary. For youth that are not yet in school, dropped out of school, or has a high school diploma or GED, select Does Not Attend School. If the youth is currently enrolled in a GED program, select GED Program. Because I chose Parochial Private as my school attending status, I will choose a grade level for my current grade field. Once you have completed all of the required fields, click the Add button at the top. The youth is now in the system and is ready to be enrolled in an activity. Similar steps are taken when creating a staff record. You will again access these records through the Participants and Staff tab. Select the Add Person tab at the top. This time, you will select Program Staff as a type of record. The staff record form is much shorter. However, unlike participant records, you must complete all the required fields before you can add the record. Once you've finished completing the form, click Add Record. the staff person is now ready to be assigned to activities. Once you have your participant and staff records created, you are ready for activity creation, enrollment, and attendance. You can find links to helpful tutorial videos on these steps and more in the video description box below.